and we're the Gorgeous Geeks, and we were at the Thursday, well you weren't, but we were going to see the 7 o'clock Thursday showing
I saw
of Captain America. She saw the 10 o'clock, and if I didn't have to go home and work on a project for work, I would have saw the 10 o'clock immediately, because it was so fantastic. I feel bad for only seeing it the one time, and it's just a few days. It's Mother's Day today. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
But it was such a fantastic movie, and it's very rare that you see a film and you already have these high expectations, and they not only meet them, but they also surpass them.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was just a thing of Marvel fangirling or anything, but it was just a really well done movie.
It honestly was. I couldn't contain how epic the movie was. Like we was watching it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You know, because I also did that thing that I like to do so much, where I don't watch trailers. I did not watch trailers. I did not look up information of who's going to be in the movie. I refused to look at posters. Like I was like a psycho as far as not trying to see any advertisement for this movie whatsoever.
Yeah, at one point I stopped seeing advertisement because I didn't want to see it all, but even if you saw probably every single advertisement.
I saw every single trailer.
And there's still a ton of things that you did not see in the movie.
I watched all the interviews on late night and everything else, the clips, listened to them talk. And it was still a lot of goodies in there that you just wasn't expecting.
No, I'm going to say, a lot of people, since it's a Versus movie, they're comparing it to Batman Superman. I feel that they did right, that Batman Superman got wrong is, if you saw our last video, Batman's anger was really contrived, but with Civil War, you might have been Team Cap or Team Tony, but you could still see where both of them are coming from.
Right, yeah, right.
And so, I think they handled the political aspects of it very well. I was curious how they were going to take the story from the Superhero Registration Act from the comic books and blend it into the actual Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I thought they did a wonderful job.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they even brought Ross back from Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk, and I'm just like, oh man, he's Secretary of State? Like, why would anybody want to sign him? Like, he created an abomination. Like, he has no business on this panel.
Right.
But it was the movie, like from beginning to end, like you saw, you could also see in the trailer, such as not really a spoiler, you saw some of your people's favorite characters on screen for the first time, fighting your other favorite characters, fighting each other for the first time. And I have to say, no shade to the Andrew Garfield films, no shade to the Tobey Maguire films for Spider-Man, but they actually, to me, for the first time,
they got Spider-Man right.
People are saying Iron Man, Captain America, they were great for the film, but I would say the three great surprises, Black Panther, well, it's not really a surprise, but it was just handled so beautifully.
Yeah, he was...
Chadwick, oh my gosh.
Chadwick did it.
Chad was awesome.
Of course, they got Spider-Man right, really, for the first time, really with his fighting and how much he was talking, and just some of his banter, and also his skill was great too. And Ant-Man.
Oh my gosh, Paul Rudd.
Was incredible.
Paul Rudd. He had, the thing about this movie that was so good was the humor that was also incorporated.
It was just dark things.
It was just a fun movie.
Yeah,
it was a really fun movie, and
you can still be fun and deal with dark, and very realistic platforms as well.
Right.
So I know that's shade to Batman and Superman, but it's possible to do these things.
But there was so much, it's like everybody had some good lines. I think the only person that really didn't do any comedic parts was actually Captain America himself. But everybody else in the movie had some really good funny moments. And then there were so many nods to the actual comic book series. And some people were like, why are they putting Spider-Man? For people who don't know Civil War, Spider-Man was a valuable part of the story. So I was so excited when Marvel got the rights for Spider-Man and to put him into this movie. I was like, because you really, to have Civil War, that was a huge part, having Peter Parker in there. So it was really good, from beginning to end. And even with there were so many things with Black Panther that just made me so excited.
I'm so excited for his movie, because the thing about Black Panther is that Chadwick did a great. He didn't have that many lines, but he had so much presence.
Yes.
And he was able to steal a scene
with just a look,
with just presence. And that And that is extremely hard to do. It's hard to do naturally. Especially like if you think about it, like to walk into a room and to just have presence with a room full of people is hard. And to do that on screen with a bunch of actors who are used to like stealing the show and being the center of attention and being able to come in just to look or to just say a line or just he did it. Him, Black Panther and Spider-Man for me just completely stole the show.
Him is Black Panther. You mean Ant-Man? You said him. You talking about Black Panther? Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, Black Panther and Spider-Man for me completely stole
I can't say they stole the show, but there were so many because there was really good moments.
They handled the ensemble of the cast great.
Yeah, Winter Soldier was great.
I mean, it was a big Avengers movie, but it was still a Captain America movie. Yeah, and there was a lot of stuff with Cap and Bucky and Sharon was in there a lot.
Visions. You saw Scarlet Witch use her powers in some different ways as well, and you can also like how they kind of like left off the start where they left off in the last movie.
Yeah, if you're a Marvel virgin and this is like your first time seeing, I mean, there are things and elements that you wouldn't understand and wouldn't be as deep and emotional or connection to you. But I mean, but the other films were great, so go watch them. So.
Yeah, I mean, there were just, oh my gosh, I can't even begin. Like everybody that was in the movie did a really good job. Like even the parts where people were out of costume and in in their clothes and just interacting with each other, the actors did so well. Though that's the thing about this movie; it was so well written. I mean, it also takes from the Civil War. The Civil War series was very well written as well, and but the movie like it touched so many different things, and you could even apply it into what's going on in the political world today, and so many different factors and things, and so it really hit home, and I can understand why so many critics liked it, because there were so many different things. Like if I was in high school, I would be like doing so many different theses and papers, like I would be incorporating into my whole senior year. So if I was back in high school, way back when, but the movie just had so much in it.
10 years.
10 years?
Oh, I'm sorry, 1999. How was that?
2000.
Oh, okay, 2000.
16.
Okay. Congratulations. Yeah.
But it was a fantastic movie. It's definitely one that I would see again and again and again.
I'm probably going to see it 2 more times.
The only complaint I heard about, for some people, was maybe it was a little too long. I could have watched more.
I could have watched 2 more hours.
Because I just thought it was really well blended.
It was well paced.
The only thing I would say is maybe like a loose thread I could kind of pull apart is the actual villain of the movie who orchestrated everything, because his plan was just kind of reliant on people's emotions and feelings.
But a lot of people liked that because it was fresh. It was a different. It wasn't just somebody trying to take over the world.
Right. It wasn't a take over the world thing, but it's not like he's a psychiatrist. I mean, it's not like he knew these people or is clairvoyant or something. He's really depending on these people that he's seen.
But if you understand and you know,
if you understand and you know them, I'm just saying that.
Not even then,
I'm just saying it's a little thin veiled for everything that happened, because there's a lot of elements to get them to this point.
I don't know. I just
said it's a little thing that you could probably pull apart.
I disagree with you. I'm just saying that, you know, if you would do research, you would understand, like people can see that how some of these characters are, especially Iron Man, Tony Stark. I mean, he's like, you know, he's been a public figure for a long time. Like I think a lot of people would know how to kind of like maybe get to him in a certain way.
Because you know from reading about Captain America, you know that he's loyal to his friends.
Okay. But even still, I mean, at the end you can see that maybe he did what maybe he wanted to do, but in the end it's just, you know, it's going to be a stalled process. It's not something that's going to stick. So I can understand how it got to why he wanted to do it. I just think as villains go, it could have just been like something a little more tight, I guess.
I don't agree. But anyways.
Well, tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us what you think. Comment, let us know. Think we're crazy, you agree with one of us, or agree with somebody else, that's fine.
Look, if it was that bad, it would really bother me. I'm just saying it's just a little thing. Okay. It's just a little thing. It's not anything to deter the awesomeness of this movie.
Yeah, the movie was awesome.
It's just a little piece of string at the end of your skirt. Okay?
Okay. Well